I know I look a mess. I wouldn't usually film a video with no makeup on, with my hair looking like this. Probably wouldn't be wearing this. Well, actually I probably would be wearing this because I don't really have much fashion sense. I'm not going to make myself look good for this video because this is me. This is how I'm feeling at the moment. Bags under my eyes, physically and mentally drained. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I guess I'm going to talk about relationships, only going by my previous experience. Talk to you about your first love, I guess. I'm not doing this for attention. I'm not doing this for people to feel sorry for me, because I don't want any of that. In fact, I don't care if you leave a comment or not. I don't care if you like it or not. If you don't, I don't really care. I guess I'm just letting out some steam. But let's talk about relationships and ways in which, from my experience, from my mess ups, you should do relationships. I learned the hard way. Maybe this will make your lives a little bit easier and make it a little bit easier for you. First of all, probably not best to meet somebody online. Because you don't know that person very well. You might get to know them, you might not. They could be a complete creep for all you know. I met my first love online, and it all went really well. We met up. He was everything I thought he would have been. He was a gentleman. He was polite. He was kind. We hit off from there. But yeah, I'm not going to go into my story because it's not. I'm not even going to just bring it up. But yeah. If you meet someone online, you've got to know they're genuine. You've got to know they're real. You've got to know them. If you are going to meet them in a public place. Meet them where, you know, there's people around if they are some sort of creep. Take a friend with you if needs be. Yeah, don't meet them in a dark alleyway. Because yeah, if they want to meet you in some dark alleyway, they're probably not worth meeting, to be honest. If you're going to get into a relationship, you got to make sure that you like this person. You can't just go in all half-cocked thinking, oh yeah, if I date them, I've got a boyfriend. It's not how it works. You've got to date someone because you like them. You've got stuff in common. And you can see a future with someone. A lot of people say, I'm not looking to the future. But if you don't think about the future, then what's the point in having a relationship at all? If you're looking for that long-term relationship, you've got to think long-term. If you're only looking for a part-time relationship, well, you might as well go and have a one-night stand, because there's no point really, is there? You're not going to be there long enough. Key things to having a relationship is communication and having things in common. Because if you have nothing in common, you're not going to be able to talk to them, are you? You're not going to want to talk to them. You just have a dull relationship where you just walk around saying nothing. If you have something in common with them, you could take that up as a hobby together. Like, I don't know, like if you both love football, then you can go and watch football matches together. Or if you both love walking, like you can go for walks together in the countryside and go camping together. There's so much you can do together if you have that something in common with them. And I guess another thing is trust. If you don't have that trust in someone, then your relationship is probably going to end, because you don't have that trust in them, and they know you don't have that trust in them as well, and that's going to put hefty strain on your relationship. It makes it hard. It makes it very hard. So if you don't have that trust in someone, it's probably not best being with them, because it's going to damage you and probably them in the long run. And it's going to damage your relationship. You're going to have a messed up relationship, full of arguments, full of distance. So it's best just to either to sort out whatever it is your trust issue is, or just quit while you're ahead. If you can't sort it out, quit while you're ahead, because you're not going to get anywhere with life. You're not going to get anywhere in your relationship without trust. Relationships are hard. Relationships are really hard. But you need to work as a team in a relationship. You need to work as a team. You can't just stay at one person's house. You got to stay at each other's house. Your family's going to get downright irritated, I know that for sure. If only one of you could drive, maybe a family member or your partner could pick you up, take you over to their house. It's got to be a two-way street. You can't just expect your partner to stay at yours all the time. It's not the way it works. You need to meet their family. You need to know their family. You need to be able to get along with their family as well. I'm not an expert at relationships. I messed up all my relationships because of the way I've acted. Most recent one is the hardest. I fell in love quickly, and certain things put a strain on our relationship, and it ended abruptly, and it hurt, and it still hurts. It's always going to hurt because he was my first love. I've had relationships in the past, but you never get that feeling like you do with your first love. I never had that feeling with any of my other relationships like I do with him. I didn't believe that you could not feel attracted to other people whilst you're in a relationship. I thought you could always think, oh, he's really good looking. But with him, I didn't feel any of that. I was completely glued to him. I didn't look at other people and think, oh, he's really good looking. I only ever thought, my God, my partner's good looking. I never thought, oh, I could see myself with him. I could only see myself with my partner. No other guy ever amounted to what I thought of him. We had some difficult times that put a real strain on our relationship. Certain times where I've had to forgive him, and certain times he's had to forgive me. Whether it's jealousy, anything like that. And in the end, it ends when one person can't handle it anymore. They just end it, and your family's always going to hate that person, no matter how much you're still in love with them and you want them back. Your family's going to hate them. You could in the future, if you get back with them, your family's still going to hate them until they can prove themselves. I don't hate him. I never will hate him. Because I loved him. I was clingy. That's what put a strain on part of our relationship. Messaging someone 3 or 4 times before they wake up in the morning, at 6 in the morning, it's not the way to do things. And I learnt that the hard way. I was over the top with my relationship, wanting to talk to him 24/7. And I guess when it's your first love, it's not always going to be your last love, I guess, but they will always be your first love, and you'll always have those little feelings for them. And you learn from the mistakes you've made in the past. I'll learn not to be so clingy, and not to tag him in everything going on Facebook, and to not message him 24/7, and give him his space, and not want him to stay over every night so I can see him. As another tip, don't spend over £100 on someone if you're having trouble in a relationship. Don't go and buy a load of stuff for them for their birthday and Christmas, because if that relationship ends, you're stuck with a load of stuff you can't return, and you've lost out on over £100 worth of products. Yes, I did that. I brought a lot of stuff. Certain stuff I had to give to him because it had his name and certain things engraved in it, and I didn't want to smash it because I spent that money on it. I didn't want to keep it because every time I looked at it, it made me cry. So I gave it to him. I don't know whether he uses it. I don't know. I haven't spoke to him. But yeah, don't go and spend a load of money on someone if you're in a really rocky relationship, because it's not going to end well. Only from experience, I guess. I will always, deep down, be in love with my first love. But I've got to move on. I've got to get over him. I've got to meet somebody else. I'm sure he's met somebody else. I'm sure he's moved on. I'm sure, I don't know. I haven't stayed in contact with him, but I'm sure he's happy. And I need to deal with that. I need to deal with the fact that I've got to move on as well. I've got to sort myself out. I've got to, whether I find someone else, great. If I don't, fine. But dwelling on the past is not the way to do things. I will always forgive him for the things he's done. Whether my family agree or not, I don't care. I will always forgive him for a certain thing that happened in our relationship, and I hope he can forgive me for my, I guess you could say, psychotic moments. I think every girl's got that psycho in them. Mine probably came out a little bit too much. I was obsessed. I was in love. I know he's not going to watch this, so I don't have to worry about that. I don't know why I'm recording this. I have no idea. I'm going to look like a complete idiot putting this up on YouTube, even if I do. If I do put it up, well, like I said, you're watching it now. If I don't, then it'll just be in the archives of my laptop, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to end that here. Put the effort into your relationship. Don't be an idiot and mess it up, because you only get one chance. And if you screw it up, you really screwed it up. It's all about trust. It's all about personality. It's all about working together. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm not going to ask you to put for thumbs up or comments. If you want to leave a comment, that's great. If you want to subscribe, that's great. if you want to put a thumbs up, that's great, but I'm not going to ask for it because I'm not asking for attention for this video. I'm not asking for subscribers for this video. This is just me letting out some steam, I guess. And the only way I knew how was to make a video and speak. So I will see you next time with another video.